I'm Judi Otton. I'm one of the principals with Advanced Decisions, and today I'm going to talk about 4 critical pieces that you need to think about when implementing a software development process. The 4 most important pieces of software development process, the 4 things that you should do if nothing else, are requirements, design, testing, and source control. Requirements are very important because this is the way that you're communicating what you're building. You're communicating it within your team and you're communicating it with external stakeholders, customers, prospects, investors, anybody that might be interested in what it is you're building. It also allows your team to work more in parallel. Test planning can start, some of the documentation can even start. It lets you know when you're done, marking the finish line. When you complete this set of requirements, this is going to be a complete release, and ideally this is going to be something that you can sell to the marketplace. And finally, it allows you to make rational decisions when things change, and things always change, and a customer or prospect will want something specific. It allows you to make an informed decision about, if I do this, it'll push the schedule out, or if I do this instead of this, I'll have to drop this requirement. So it really is very useful for that. Design is really important to keep your team on the same page. And I'm not necessarily talking about designing everything down to the last nut and bolt, what some call big design up front, or BDUF. I'm talking about just a framework, a skeleton to work within, just something so that you know what the architecture of your product is going to look like. Think about it. You wouldn't build a house with at least having some semblance of what it's going to look like when it's done. You may not pick out every light fixture and faucet, but you're going to know, it's going to have 4 bedrooms and it's going to be 2 stories. That's why design is important. Testing is critically important, and internal testing is critically important, meaning someone inside the company. A lot of companies, a lot of startups just put their products out and let their users test them. This can be so bad for your company's reputation, because if you put out a product that isn't working, users aren't going to have a whole lot of patience with it. So it's so important for your reputation and for your future sales that you catch as many of the defects as possible. It's also much cheaper to catch them internally and to catch them while the code is still fresh in the developer's mind. The closer you catch a defect to its source, it's incrementally less expensive to fix. Source control is critical. I've actually met with companies and know of companies that say, oh, we have all our source code stored on the developer's disk. Now, if that developer's disk crashes, you're dead in the water. If you're a software company, your source code is your company. So it's really important to have a version control system where this code is stored. You also have the ability to build older versions for support and to see what's changed over time, so that you can know, if defects have been introduced or if defects have been fixed and recreated, what's gone on and what the audit trail of that piece of code is. Thanks so much for watching. Again, my name's Judi Otton, one of the principals with Advanced Decisions.